Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So I created this look here for you guys today. I did use the kale green that I mentioned I wanted to use in my previous video, but I found this lipstick and I wanted to kind of incorporate this more than the green. So this is what I came up with. If you want to see how I got this look, then just keep watching. So right here I already have all my MAC concealer and I'm setting it with some powder so our eyeshadow is something to grab onto, and I went ahead and filled in my brows just a little bit. Here I'm just picking up my brow bone colors. I typically like to start from the top downwards. I feel like it just makes it look more blended. I don't know, maybe a mental thing. And then here I'm getting my transition colors. Try to pick a shade a little bit darker than your skin tone just so it adds dimension right there. And then it makes a nice gradient too. So you can see I'm just making like swirly circles right above the crease area. Here I'm picking up a coral color from MAC with the fluffy brush, and I'm just going to go a little bit lower than where we put our transition color and start building up some of that coral right there. Then combine these two colors for like a deep corally red. I wanted it to match the lipstick that I found, and I'm basically just putting that into my crease area and then dragging it down to the inner and outer corners of my eyelid. So just continually making more circle motions. So here I'm picking up that coral color again with the fluffier brush, and I'm just building up more color right there pretty much and making sure that it's a smooth transition from top to bottom. Now we're going to be applying a MAC pigment to our eyelids, so that is why I'm spraying my brush with MAC Fix Plus, so it sticks to the brush and it adds some extra sheen. So go ahead, do that, and apply it to the center of your eyelid. Here I'm just going back in with that coral color and a fluffy brush. I'm just kind of blending it upwards and downwards of where I put the MAC pigment. Here I'm going to take a dark green color, and this is going to be the color we use to make our cat eye shape. I pretty much, in order to make a cat eye, I just follow my lash line straight across, but then at the outer corner I lift upwards kind of diagonally to meet up with my eyebrow, but I obviously don't meet up with the eyebrow, but you're gonna see it makes like a wing towards the end, and it gets thicker as well at the end. Here I'm just taking the crease brush with no color at all whatsoever on it, but I'm just trying to smudge out that line a little bit because I wanted it kind of smoky. Then to add some more smokiness, I'm just taking a black pencil liner and I'm smudging that into my upper lash line, and then I'm going to also go over the green just a little bit and then just smudge that in with a brush. Here I'm just going to wipe away all of the eyeshadow fallout, and then I'm going to go right into foundation, and I'm going to be using the Silly Sponge to apply that. Then I'm going to blend everything in with my beauty blender, and you can skip the whole Silly Sponge step and just start with your beauty blender or your foundation brush, but since it doesn't waste any product, I prefer to do it that way because I know everything is getting on my skin. Now you're going to apply your concealer, and I like to use the concealer 2 or 3 shades lighter than my skin tone. And then of course I'm going to blend that out with my beauty blender and set with my Cameo by Nye Luxury powder. It really doesn't take long to bake. Some people like to do it for longer amounts of time. I usually wipe it off after 20 or 30 seconds. And apply it around your mouth if you have laugh lines like me, and it prevents caking up right there. Just FYI. I'm going to be contouring with the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Toast. And again, I'm putting it on my hand since this concealer is no joke, and once it's on your skin it does not move. So either moisturize a lot if you're going to apply it directly, or do what I'm doing and just apply it to your hand and put it on little by little. And then other times it takes me longer to wipe off my powder because I forget that it's on my face at all. So this is what I'm doing. Here I'm just setting all of my contour shade with some of my Sephora bronzer. Now we're going to pick up that green again, and we're going to put it on our lower lash line. I'm going to drag it upwards to meet up with the top lash line, as you can see what I'm doing right here. And then I'm also going to put some on the inner corners, but I'm not going to follow my line exactly. I'm going to drag it down a little bit towards the very inner eye corner to kind of make a cat eye shape. And we're also going to be leaving the center blank because we're going to be adding some pigment later. Same process, we're spraying our brush and applying that to the center of our lower lash line. Here I'm going to take that coral color and a flat eyeshadow brush, and I'm just going to kind of apply that right underneath the green and the pigment. Not very far down, just a little bit so the coral kind of peeks through right there. I decided to darken my upper lash line just a bit and make it a little more smoky with my black liner, and then I'm taking a very small brush to smoke it out. And then I wanted to put this kind of seafoam green right over top of that dark green that we put on our lower lash line, and I kind of blended it into the MAC pigment so it would have like a green tint all over. Then just apply the mascara of your choice. I always apply about 3 coats on top and 2 coats on bottom. I do like my lashes a little clumpy, but above all else they have to be dark. I go overboard on my blush sometimes, so I just blend it out. And then to further blend everything out, make sure there's no harsh lines, I'm going to go over with my MAC Studio Fix powder, and that also helps my oily areas, which I have many of. I'm going to take that highlight color that I put on my cheeks, and I'm going to take a flat shading brush and just apply it to the inner eye corners, and this really completes a look in my opinion. I'm adding a brow plumping gel. I usually do this, but you don't have to. I just like the extra texture that it gives because my eyebrows always lay flat when I don't do this. Here we're just going to deepen the crease color. And then finishing off hitting the brow bone again with those 2 colors. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please remember to like and subscribe. I will be coming out with more spring looks and color combinations in the next coming weeks. So stay tuned for that, and thanks again for watching.